Everyone, and welcome to good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity Center of Peace. My name is Mary Shapiro. Today is December 12th, 12/12/21. And for those of you who are with us live today, I've invited you to get a candle and get ready, because this will be our opening prayer. You may do the same with your candle. Our title for today is Praying for Darkness. And we're going to do an opening song called Where is the Light? And you guys have a part. So if Neil, if you could mute everyone, because we like to sing at the top of our lungs, but if we do that and we're all over the country, it gets to be a little bit cacophonous. So this is a song called Where is the Light by Peter Mayer. And your part is Where is the Light?
Where is the light? And I'll be singing your
And
part,
Jeff will be singing along with your part.
perhaps an octave lower, who knows?
We'll see. He's going to be playing the drums too.
As in, are you ready?
It's late December, dark and cold. Where
Is the light?
And when old man year is bending
That's
low,
us. Where is the light?
And the sun runs off to bed too soon.
Where is the light?
And there's nothing but a skinny moon.
Where is the light?
Tell me, where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. Tell me, where is the light?
Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me.
When it's dark this morning, when I rise, where is the light? And it's dark when my eggs are frying.
Where is the light?
And it's dark when off to work I go.
Where is the light?
And it's dark again when I get home.
Where is the light?
Where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. Well, it's in my skin and in my bones. It's in my heart and in my soul. That light of life so bright, golden like the summer's day. When the sun goes missing in the sky, it's rising in my eyes, chasing all that bitter blues away. Mr. Wolf,
What?
what you doing?
I was just letting my light shine.
Oh, it's okay. We only have 45 minutes.
Oh,
Okay, thanks. Good idea, though. Well, I'm burning bright like kerosene. Where is the light? And I'm twinkling like the Pleiades. Where is the light? Well, I'm dancing like a candle flame. Sing, where is the light? And I'm flaming like a fruit flambe. Where is the light? Tell me, where is the light?
where is the light?
Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. Tell me, where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. 2, 3, 4. This little light of mine. Sing with us. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
One more time.
This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. 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 Through all these dark nights, let it shine, even while you're waiting. Let it shine through the brightest of your heart.
Unmute.
Am I supposed to say something now? Okay, I will read our statements and then Gloria will read the daily word. Our vision statement for Unity Center of Peace in Northern Virginia and parts south. Unity Center of Peace is a thriving spiritual community offering love, peace, and support to all. Our mission statement: we spread the unity message by opening our doors and our hearts to the healing and expansion of personal and global consciousness. Our prosperity statement: we believe that true prosperity is a sense of fulfillment in every area of our lives, our minds, our bodies, our emotions, and our circumstances. We are richly, bountifully, and beautifully prospered in every good way. So it is, and so we let it be. And our statement of peace: we stand for peace. We stand for love. We stand for forgiveness. Forgive me. We honor the many names for God, the many paths to God, the many ways to worship God, for there is only one power and presence of God, and God loves each one of us equally. We urge all nations, their leaders, and their people to turn to God by whatever name and to pursue peace, for peace honors the God of all faiths. We stand for peace in our lifetime. And now, Gloria, if you would read the daily word, please.
Good morning. Today is Sunday, December 12th, 2021. Today's word is love. Love lights my way. In this Advent season, as I prepare my heart for the rebirth of my inner Christ child, I take a moment to connect with the spirit of love within. Sometimes this season may seem to be about presents, food, and celebrations, but it really is about love. Love is the power upon which the whole world revolves. Especially at this busy time of year, I want to stay attuned to the love of the Christ within. Through this reciprocal power, the love I give returns to me abundantly. Love transcends all, transforming any perceived negativity into a blessing. I express love in all my words and actions. I may give a plate of homemade food or send a heartfelt note of appreciation. Whatever I do, I let the love in my heart be my guide. And from the Bible, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater. That's Mark 12, verse 31. Today's word is love.
Thank you, Gloria.
Oops, hold on.
I love how the daily word always seems to fit what I have chosen weeks ago for today's presentation called Praying for Darkness. So let us pray. I have a personal story of a friend of mine. Actually, she was my youth minister. They're saying they can't hear us, Jeff. I don't know what you did, Mr. Wolf, but they can't hear us anymore. Okay, now I've got a thumbs up from Pam. Is that okay, people? Pam can hear me. Neil's kind of saying so-so. So I don't know. Zach and Jody can hear me. Neil, you're still so-so? Neil's giving me the thumbs down. Jack and Jody. Zach and Jody can hear me. Leon, no. Can everybody give me a thumbs up or down as far as the volume, please? Thank you. I've got thumbs up. Leon's halfway, Neil's halfway. I don't know what to do about that, Mr. Wolf, but some people can hear me and some people can't. So
Well, if some people can hear you, it's not on our end.
it's not on our end. If I'm sorry, Neil, or Leon, can you hear me at all? Okay, good. I've got 3 thumbs up. 4, Gloria, can you hear me? I've got thumbs up from most folks. Thank you. I appreciate the thumbs up very much. So here's this candle, and we're about to pray. This candle was still burning, even though you couldn't see it. And the story goes that when I was a youth, I had a youth minister who confessed to me, being Catholic, I can use that word, who confessed to me that there was a time in her life she was so angry at God that she couldn't even pray. All she could do was light a candle every morning. But she did. Let your heart's light guide you to my house. Let your heart's light show you that we are one. That's from Rumi. My heart's light is still shining. So our title today, Praying for Darkness. Praying for darkness, like I'm asking a God to conquer the prince of darkness, like get rid of darkness. Like Mark Twain, who asked, who prays for Satan, right? The prince of darkness, who would pray for that? I believe that I have a dark side as well as a light side. And actually, I believe that that balance exists everywhere in creation. And that's because of that dark side that I am more compassionate and hopefully more creative. But I'm also praying for darkness in the sense that a little kid is going to pray for a pony or write a letter to Santa Claus to get a puppy. I want darkness because physical darkness can help me be better and do good. And that's what today's talk is about. Listen. Darkness, cover me like a blanket of night. Oh, cover me lightly. Shadows gather around me, deepening darkness, whispering softly. Holy maker of moonlight, singing through starlight, keeper of all life, hidden seed deep in the dark soil of the earth, fertile ground, womb of the night, bring us new birth. Darkness, cover me like a blanket of night. Oh, cover me lightly. Shadows gather around me. Deepening darkness is whispering softly. Holy maker of moonlight, singing through starlight, keeper of all life, hidden seed dig in the dark soil of the earth, fertile ground, womb of the night, bring us to birth. Hidden seed deep in the dark soil of the earth, fertile ground, womb of the night, bring us to birth. So the writer Sarah Thompson talks about darkness being good things. Darkness is a blanket covering her, making her feel comfortable. And the shadows are whispering softly. The shadows are whispering softly. You can't hear us again. Okay, Zach and Jody got us. Nobody else got us. I don't know what's going on, you guys. Okay, so we got one thumbs, two thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. Can you hear me, folks? Yes, yes, yes.
When
Neil
you
has
speak
a-
up, we can hear you. Otherwise, we can't. Is that right?
Okay, how's that? Is that okay? Much better? Okay, sorry about that. So I don't know what happened to the volume. We're going in and out.
Your
My
singing is,
apologies.
your singing voice is very soft. It's very
Okay,
hard
is-
to hear
is
your
the
singing voice.
I don't know what happens with that, but I'll try. Sorry. Okay, let me see if I can turn up my volume actually.
Shouldn't be on there.
Here, okay,
Yeah,
and everything
try
else
it.
is
Is
on
it
here.
up?
No,
Was-
I'm not gonna touch it.
Was it up
Is that
all the way?
okay? Can you guys hear me still? Okay,
Was it up all the way?
I don't know. I'm not going back there.
Okay.
We're gonna run out of time. Okay. Flickering live light, changing, like the volume has been changing. What do I do when things change? I take a deep breath. I stop. I smile. Right? I say thank you. I breathe. I pause. I smile. That's Neil's purple stickers. We need darkness for our food to grow, the seeds in the fertile ground. Those seeds are not only for us, but they're for different animals, the birds, the turtles. All of the different animals need the darkness and this time. They all adapt to it differently. For example, in this time of light, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but in the 10 years that I've lived here and at Stillwaters, I will go outside and I can't see the Milky Way as much as I could 10 years ago, right? The light of the city, even though it's not a big city and it's far, far away, is getting brighter, right? And so that is light pollution. Well, the animals are being affected by light pollution all around the world. You probably knew this. It's harder for owls and other nocturnal animals. It's difficult, especially there's a bird in South Dakota that sings to find its mate, like many of us do. And it was singing at dawn to try to find its mate at 2 a.m. because it was seeing the lights of the city and thought it was dawn. Can't find a mate at 2 a.m. At least I can't. The owls have millions of rods, which are the things that our light eyes can use to see in the darkness. Millions and millions of rods. And owls are going a little crazy because of so much light, even though they're far away from the cities. Darkness is necessary. We need darkness for our own balance. We need to sleep. We need to have the chemical reaction of melatonin that can help us fight Alzheimer's and obesity and depression. And the melatonin can't kick in if we cannot rest deeply. We need darkness. We need darkness for a sense of beauty and awe, looking up at that Milky Way. If your sky is rated as a 1 and it's totally dark and you look at the Milky Way, you can actually see your shadow, not from the moon, but from the stars. Wow. How awesome. Unfortunately, 8 out of 10 children will never see the Milky Way. They don't get away from the city far enough to have no light pollution. This awesomeness is important for who we are. I am praying for darkness. So one of my favorite books is this one, All Creation Waits. And she talks about Advent. She wrote these stories for her children when they, to open an Advent calendar, and they were all kind of boring. And so they liked to keep animals. And so she wrote some stories about animals and waiting. She has one for every night of Advent. So it's like a little Advent calendar. I'm not going to read them all by any means, but this is what she says. The practice of Advent has always been helping us to grasp the mystery of new beginnings out of what looks like death. Other than human creatures, sprung like us from the source of life, manifest this mystery without question or doubt. The more I'm with animals, the more I learn about them, the more I know they can be more than our companions on this planet. They can be our guides. And even in the darkest season, bring us new beginnings as they wait. Wait. Well, what does wait mean?
He's got his hand up.
Who's got his hand up? You can't hear me?
I once thought, why is it vocalists look like they're kissing the microphone? Can you move that mic closer to your lips or directly in front of it? Because
Okay, is
if
that any better?
you have it far away and you speak softly,
That's right. on
we
top of it.
hear you talking, but we can't understand what you're saying, dear.
That's right. I'm right on top of it, Mr. Wolf. I don't
You're
know.
much
if-
better, I think. It's
what-
an improvement.
Is that better?
I
Yes.
think so.
Yes, no?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, it's,
Yeah, just a word. I don't think the recording's going to pick up a lot of your voice. Unfortunately, you're talking with emotion, and when you're emotional, your voice drops. So you have to speak louder for it to record.
okay.
Otherwise-
I'm really sorry, you guys. It's super, super loud in here, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure. So I apologize.
Let me try something.
I don't know. Mr. Wolf is going to try different things,
Did
and
you
I'm
go-
still talking. And let me see if you can still hear me. We still have a thumbs up. Oh, Gloria, you look so glorious in that light. Doesn't she? Yeah. I mean, she's the sermon today. Is that light? Is that better for you all? Yes. Awesome. We're going to continue. Waiting. That's what the animals are doing. That's what we're doing. We're waiting for the Messiah, right? I'm not very good at waiting. This is The Hidden Soul of Words by our friend Mary Cox Gardner. Wait is derived originally from the Latin word ugere, meaning to be in good health or vigorous. Later, wait becomes the medieval English waitin, meaning watchman. The soul of wait, the soul of this word, therefore implies that watching, being on guard, waiting is necessary for our health. Now, in a doctor's office, if you're waiting, you're like, well, yeah, I have to wait for the doctor. But I don't know about you, but I don't like waiting very much at all. Waiting is hard. I tend to fill every minute of my time with something, getting on my phone, for example, or turning on some music or doing something. I don't just be still and wait. Think of the last time you were in traffic. Did you get a little bit anxious about it? What if waiting is a gift? What if we know that every great change is preceded by chaos? What if we spend our lives avoiding the solutions that help us grow? Doesn't necessarily work. It's when we stay with the uncertainty and discomfort without trying to fix it that we connect. That we connect with our own innate joy, wisdom, and love. What if waiting is a gift? What if waiting is an opportunity to change my energy? What if next time I'm in the grocery line, instead of pulling out my phone or just getting frustrated at people, what if I actually just breathe and I'm grateful? Grateful for the food that I get to choose. Grateful for the money in my pocket so I can buy it. Grateful for the people that are waiting on me and working so hard. What if I actually let someone go in front of me? Would that change the energy? Waiting is hard, but it can be good. Darkness is hard, and it can be good. I remember lighting Hanukkah candles and waiting for them all to blow out on their own, to burn out. You don't blow out a Hanukkah candle. You let your heart's light shine, guide you to my house. Let your heart's light show you that we are all one. In the mid-1500s in Spain, there was a man named John of the Cross, and he was I'm sorry, looking for my share button. Share screen. He John of the Cross was imprisoned because he worked with he was a mystic, and he was imprisoned for trying to start a reform order with a woman named Teresa of Avila. And he read the Psalms from the Hebrew scriptures. He probably read Psalm 139. You have searched me and you know me. Your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast and say, surely the darkness will conceal me and the day around me will turn to light. But even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is as bright as the day. To you, O God, darkness and light are the same. As a mystic, he knew that he could go straight to God and didn't have to go through a priest. And that was one of the reasons he was in prison at the time. He decided to start writing and became a poet. This is an excerpt from one of his poems called The Dark Night. In the delicious night, in privacy where no one saw me, nor did I see one thing, I had no light or guide, but the fire that burned inside my chest. That fire showed me the way more clearly than the blaze of noon, to where waiting for me was the one I knew so well, in that place where no one ever is. O night, sweet guider, O night, more marvelous than dawn, O night, which joins the lover and the beloved, so that the lover and the beloved can change bodies. O night. John of the Cross sees night as a very beautiful thing, where the lovers can meet. I don't know about you, but I close my eyes when I kiss. I'm usually in the dark when I'm making love with someone. My husband, not just someone. We close our eyes. We go into the darkness that is delicious night, the darkness that provides privacy, the darkness which is a place where no one else goes, inside. And it's that darkness that can help us join with the ultimate lover, God. I am praying for darkness and all the gifts that it brings. Going in. Well, where can I go? Where can I run to? Where can I hide from the presence of the Lord? For you are here with me at all times. Spirit is here. Receive me now. Embrace the darkness. Sweet is the silence. Be not afraid in the presence of my love. For I am here with you at all times. My spirit is here. Stay with me now. Where can I go? Where can I run to? Where can I hide from the presence of your love? For you are here with me at all times. Your spirit is here. Stay with me now. like to say a prayer over the gifts, please?
We do our prayer of love offerings and tithes. Is that okay? We're always grateful for our gatherings. Come weather, storm, or audio issues. It's all perfect. It's all in divine order. There are no accidents, but we're here together. So let's close our eyes for a minute and be thankful for the venue that we have, for the meetings that we have each Sunday, for the church, for our membership, for our donations, which keep us going, for the speakers and their energies and their presence. Divine love flowing through us blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. For this and so much more, we are truly grateful. Amen. And if everybody would like to unmute and just tell us how you're doing. Tell us what's on your heart.
Yeah, I would love to hear some feedback, not the staticky kind. Sorry about that. As far as your own reflections on darkness, your own experiences of light, and for whatever reason, I cannot see. Did she have to leave? Did Gloria have to leave? I'm not seeing her for some reason, but maybe that's my technology. So if you could please share and raise your hand, and we'll call on you and you can unmute.
You put your hand up.
Be nice if it were.
Okay, Pam, I see your hand up.
I wanted to share, first of all, I didn't have any problem listening to you at all. And even when you were speaking softly, I wasn't having problems, but I understand that it also has to do with our own hearing. Some people just aren't, can't hear the soft voice as clearly. And
What did you say, Pam? I can't hear you.
No, I don't have a soft voice, Neil. No one ever accused me of that. But the waiting really became obvious to me because my whole vacation, the whole month that I was out in the West Coast, was really one of waiting, because I was not in charge, nor was I going to be in charge of any of the situations. And so every morning I would get up and I would wait. And I would wait until, some action was going to take place, of which I had no, like I said, I was not in charge of. And it helped me to learn patience. And I think that that is one of the things that we do have to learn. And it also helped me with kindness, because, when you are not in charge, sometimes you can get grumpy and that sort of thing. And, that's not what you want. You want to be able to wait peacefully. And, like you, I'm not one who's just sits around. I either have a book, or I will turn on music, or I will do this, that, and the other. And I learned that, good things would happen, and they happened every single day. And I just had to learn how to wait, be patient, and be in peace as I was doing it. And, I really liked that you equated it with, the Latin and the being watchful and all of that kind of thing, because I think that's, we spend a lot of time in our lives waiting. And to not take advantage of that time is a shame.
You're
Thank you
unmuted.
so much, Pam.
Mary, I apologize for my ignorance. I understand now why in a recording studio they have a screen immediately in front of the mic. so that every time your breath comes out, it doesn't blow a wind noise on the microphone. Where you've just relocated the microphone an inch over by your cheek, I understand now why when you get a mic, an ear mic or a headphone mic, they have it positioned right here instead of right here. And I apologize for the difficulty that we had.
I don't think it was your difficulty. I think it was everyone's difficulty. And thank you for saying something. And did you have any thoughts about, well, it's kind of ironic, right? That you were all waiting on me. So I gave you that opportunity to practice your patience, as Pam so eloquently said. Any other comments
the
on
parts
the
for
talk
me-
itself? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yes.
One of the wonderful parts for me is the the divine darkness, the glory of the Lord shone around them in the darkness, and that we sometimes think of the dark as something bad, and I think the Christmas story shows us the greatness and the glory of the night, and the preciousness of sleep, and the preciousness of rest, and the stars, and in the beginning was the darkness, and there was no light until the Word, and the Word became the light. And so I loved all of the talk about the stars and the divine darkness and the glory of the earth in darkness.
Oh, holy night, right? Oh, holy night.
Right.
The stars are brightly shining, right? It all happened in the night. It all happened in the night.
I was thinking about I don't know if anybody knows this, that when it said in the quote delicious night, well, you know that there are restaurants that turn off the light because it enhances your sense of taste, right? Does anybody?
I thought it was because they don't want you to see what you're eating.
No. Have you ever been to one of those restaurants, Zach, or have you ever
No,
done
no,
it
I
yourself
just-
just
I
for
just- I
fun?
just
Have
seen
you
it on-
closed your eyes or blindfolded yourself?
Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah, not officially, but I've done that to experiment myself. It's always worked.
To shut your eyes when you're tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
that's a great observation.
Leon, you have nothing to say?
Well, it's been covered pretty well, and it just strikes me that I'm kind of reminded of the book of Ecclesiastes, where there's a time for everything, and there's a time for darkness, and there's a time for light. And I will say, about just like the birds in South Dakota that look for a mate at 2 a.m. I've been in that situation. Then Jody had that
I knew that
restraining
was gonna
order,
come
and
up.
it all.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway,
You know.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Leon, you're going to have to listen to that specific part of the recording, okay? And Patty Jean is going to have to hear that too.
Yeah. It's true though that
Funny.
we don't think of nocturnal creatures and light pollution. I mean, I've seen it myself as far as how it affects my vision of the stars. But there's some major stuff going on, and by 2025, which is not that far away, it's going to be significantly worse. So yeah, there are actually some places. Paris has a lights out after 1 o'clock. The city of lights turns off their lights after 1 o'clock.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's a great.
I'd like to add, Pam, I hope when you were in California, you got to come in to the Yosemite Valley Park from the northeast entrance. Tioga Pass has a patio in front of each cabin, and the mountain cabins are made out of 18-inch diameter logs. And you can lay in recliners and look up at the sky, and at 10,000 feet above sea level, the sky is magnificent. The Milky Way is
Right.
blinding.
I'm going to have to do that. Thank you.
Mhm, mhm.
Tioga Pass.
Thank you.
Hey, Bob, just to add a little bit about the Milky Way, when I went to Sedona, Airport Mesa has, it's kind of like, it's one of the vortexes, and the kids kind of go up on a flat rock and they do stargazing. So I went up 2 o'clock in the morning one time, and I'm looking at this, it looks like a cloud, Milky Way. It was incredible. And then a friend of mine, we went up the following night, and there were about maybe 25, 30, kids staring up at the skies. And I'm going, how could that same cloud formation be there the second night? It's exactly what I saw last night. Because Neil, that's the Milky Way. Duh.
I hate to speak again, but Patty and I rode the red biplane at that airport, and
In Sedona.
we had a very fun experience. The music of the engine was magnificent.
Cool. Anybody ever been up in a glider? That is an experience. That is an experience. When you go up 1,000, 2,000 feet and they tell you, okay, pull the tow rope, release it, and all you hear is the wind over the fuselage. And you just, you keep trying to find the thermals under clouds, and you can stay up for a fairly long time. And when I was coming in, the instructor was behind me. I was in the nose, and he said, okay, Neil, you want to take it in? And he said, but let me tell you, you only get one shot. I went, no. My hands came off the stick, and I said, whoop, and the glider went like this. I said, hey, you're not going to pull that on me.
Right.
So he took us
Neil,
in.
was there a sense of waiting there, that you had to wait for the exact opportunity and you had to be patient and observe and be a watchman?
It was a beautiful experience.
Yeah,
Mhm,
a sense of waiting in there. Thank you. Any other reflections this morning before we
Well-
do our final blessing and closing song?
Yeah, everybody kind of touched on what I wrote down, but the idea of me thinking of waiting together with watching is a new way of me thinking about that. And that I appreciated that, because, like you said, waiting, it's like you're in limbo. And so if you're watching, you're not, that's an active thing, and you're doing something, you're watching. And so that's, I appreciated that. And the darkness, yeah, I think about that a lot. And it never gets dark. I've got pieces of cardboard, in my windows, because the street light comes right in them at night, I think about, we have a thing, you turn your lights on the front of your house at night, in the neighborhood. But then all my plants out there, I think, are they getting enough darkness? Because I have my herb garden right there and all that, it's, and so it is something to think about, how it affects nature and animals. And, we have raccoons that live in our attic most of the time. And I hear them, not having their regular pattern of getting up when it gets dark and going out when it gets light, coming back in. They're like in and out all night long. Right. So anyway, I appreciate your words. It gives me a lot to think about this week. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't know you took on boarders.
Oh, we've got a lot with that. Those are our upstairs people. I don't know
Upstairs
what
neighbors?
else up there,
And they're
sometimes
not
I
paying
hear
rent, I
fights.
bet. Are they
No,
not?
they're
They're
not.
not paying their
Yeah.
rent. You need to
Yeah.
evict those guys.
My
Patty had one
favorite
more
image.
comment.
Yeah, my favorite image one night was a big thunderstorm was coming and you could see it brewing. And there was this raccoon just hightailing it over to our house to hurry up and get inside before the rain came.
Wow.
One thing you can say about them is they do wear a mask.
Yes, they do wear a mask. Zach said, so.
Oh, they are
But
always
it's on
ready.
their eyes.
That is excellent.
That's
You are so sharp, Zach. How do you do that? You are so sharp.
I don't know. Right there.
Oh,
I like the
Okay.
reframing thing, reframing darkness, reframing waiting. My
Mhm.
daughter said one day, not long ago, she says, there's this person who wrote that instead of saying every day you have to go to work, or you have to be in traffic, or you have to change it to, I get to.
Mm.
And that changes the attitude and the way it becomes a part, so that
Mhm.
it's a more positive statement. So I've been trying to keep that in mind a lot. I get to go to work at 6:30 in the morning, and
Mhm.
and it changed the way I actually anticipate my work, the
Mhm.
anticipation of talking to someone in Korea or someone in Guam, which is so far away, or
Mhm.
or someone next door. You know, sometimes my spouses are in Woodbridge, and I live in Woodbridge, so that's always or Quantico. We live near Quantico, so
Mhm.
that getting to instead of having to really helped me understand. So the reframing of the light and the darkness
Mm.
and the waiting, all of that kind of came together, which was really nice. Thank you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Really,
Oh,
okay.
that's, yeah, I appreciate that, Pat, too, the, having to and getting to, because to me, it just struck me when you said that. I already, this morning I said, well, today I've got to do that, have to do this, I have to do that. And, and it makes me procrastinate. I've got to pay those bills. If I say, oh, I get to pay my bills this morning, maybe I'll do it.
I like that.
Hey, Mary, just a thought about waiting, and people were talking about watching, and I would add listening. When darkness comes, sometimes I close my eyes and just listen. And sometimes in the message, when the sound goes or whatever, it just makes the lesson is to listen a little bit closer, a little bit with just more awareness. So, there is a sound of silence,
Mhm.
and there is a sound to darkness if you listen.
So love go before you, leave peace behind you. Send the angels to guide you on your left and your right. Great Father above you, gentle Mother below you, will teach you and show you the sacred in all. 'Cause if you see with God's eyes, hear with his ears, if you touch with God's hands, she will calm all your fears. Open your mind, help your heart understand the sacred in all. So love go before you, leave peace behind you. Send the angels to guide you on your left and your right. Great Father above you, gentle Mother below you, will teach you and show you the sacred in all. Will teach you and show you the sacred in all. Gonna share the screen. Mr. Wolf? Jeff? Let there be peace on earth. Not yet. Let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth. The peace that was meant to be with God as creator. with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my somehow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace.